Welcome back to another glorious day of a bunch of shit I don't want to do at my house. Because, when you got a new home, you have to do stuff because, happy life, happy child. And you wonder what driving off a cliff would be like. Huh. Anyways, that's what I thought. Anyways, we are building a 10 by 12 shed. One of those little pre-made metal ones because that's going to be a whole lot easier and a lot cheaper too. I think. And we are gonna put it right here. I think we're gonna do like a 16 by 12 platform on it just because, and I might short it down too. We might just go like 12 by 12 or something like that just because of the space. And eventually when we build the shop here where the camper is, or the camps, we're gonna have to move it, so we'll get a skid steer to kind of pick that up in theory and pull it to where we want it over there. But the whole point of this shed is to unload the majority of this, so that's detail, those totes are all detail, but it was to unload this so we can start working on this and start turning this into a detail trailer so we can start making some money and I can go back to work finally and doing something that I actually want to do, not working for somebody. So that's kind of the agenda for today. And I didn't buy everything, so basically all I'm doing is I'm gonna frame it in today, and then I think I figured out what's wrong with Rhonda, so I'm gonna take care of that tomorrow, and then hopefully, if there's the powers that will be, I'll be going to go get plywood to build the floor, and then the next couple days will be spent building the shed that is in a box. And if anybody remembers from the last time I built the shed, the little itty bitty one that was our feed shed, that was a nightmare. So, because there's just so many little pieces and everything, so, or like little screws and stuff, so I'm sure that's what's gonna happen with this one. So I think we're just gonna get everything kind of laid out to look at it. I don't want to have a big base. I'd rather just do like a 12 by 12 base. I think would be nice, because then it's just like enough for, it's not as gigantic as this, because this is gonna be 16 by 12. So from end to end to 16, and then from here to here, right there at that cinder block, is gonna be 12. So that's a huge space. And the shed, in theory, is only going to be like here. If we do it, so 10-ish go into about, so if that's 12, yeah, so 10 would be like right about here. So just envision like that is the shed. It's 10 by 12. So I think we'll probably do 12 by 16, maybe 12 by 14. I don't know. We're gonna cut and see and do all that and figure out what looks best, and then we're gonna screw it all together and hope that, she holds up for what we need. Basically, it's just to hold all the spare stuff that's in the trailer, or toolboxes, or my spare wheels and tires, or all kinds. It's just meant to hold all that stuff. So that's kind of what the plan is today. So I already got the saw hooked up, so I'm gonna start cutting away and figuring it out. And would you look at that? It's been a few days, been a few other things going on, but the platform, thanks to this little girl, is finally done. Still gotta fix some things because I apparently can't square anything in, but it's just temporary platform. And eventually when we get the shed moved over yonder, we're actually concreted in, so that won't be too bad. So it'll be like more of a tortoise enclosure for like the winter and stuff, so I don't have to constantly bring them inside, because this winter's kind of been a pain in the butt. Silly girl.
Hey,
but,
on the bottom.
huh? Oh, she wants to show her heels off.
Yep.
Whoop whoop. She just got those in today. She's super hyped. But that's how big the platform
My mom
is.
got them for me.
It's big enough for really a tiny home. I mean, you could probably build a little tiny home on it. How big the shed is, it's basically a tiny home. So,
It's really big.
How,
The house is big.
you gonna live in here now?
Oh, I'm still gonna stay here.
Okay.
I'm married.
Okay, Amity.
I'm
So.
gonna stay with you guys forever.
Okay. So we're gonna drag, or I'm gonna drag. She's not much help on it, but I'm gonna drag the shed over here.
Me?
You're not gonna help me pick that up.
Wait. I'm not.
She's not, that's for sure. I'm gonna drag those two heavy boxes over here, cut it open, and hopefully start But yeah, I'm surprised, like, as crappily as I did this, it's working pretty good. And I bought too thin of plywood, so I had to put in some extra supports down here, which I'm kind of bummed out about. I was going to buy the thicker stuff, which is the stuff I should have bought, but this stuff was a whole lot cheaper, but it is a whole lot thinner, so that's kind of the, yeah, hold on, baby, the risk that I'm taking. But like I said, this is just kind of temporary, and what's kind of dope is all this stuff I can remove, and we can start building other little things with it, and skate park and all kinds of stuff. So I want to put like a mini ramp and like a fun box and stuff like that. But that's for another time. But yeah, I'm gonna drag those 2 big boxes that are right there by the grill. I'm gonna drag those over, cut them open, and start this party. It's one shed, but 2 cartons, and they weigh like 130 pounds a piece. They are not light, but this is the exciting part. So that's carton 1. So I guess that's where I start. That'd be good to say I start there. Am, do you want to cut this? The box? No. Okay. Well, it's worth asking. Yeah, this sucks. I'm already over it, but I gotta get it done because we've got bigger things to worry about with the sheds and stuff. And I'll probably, yeah, I'll just cut this one too. Why not? Just so we're ready for it if I need it. I'm just gonna get those off. Let's see what this looks like. Oh no, my glove. Actually, I probably don't even need these anymore. Just because I'm not listening to anything, and everything else should be pretty simple to pick up. Come on, you turkey. There it is. That's what I wanted. I'm gonna put this down for a second. 2 hands made that a lot easier. There's the first box, second box, and the instructions. And you bet I'm gonna read those. And the joy part of this, I remember from the last one, has a little protective plastic sticker thing on there that I'm going to take off. But yeah, that is what it looks like. I might go find my tripod to set it up. I might like to film the time lapse, but I might just get the frame up or whatever and then start doing that. So we'll see. Well, that's how big it is. So there's Amity in the center, looking so cute with her new shoes, heels. And that's how big it is. I already spilt my beer, so it's already christened, but that is literally how big it's gonna be. Like, that's a massive, massive shed. So I'm gonna keep cranking them. I don't think I'm gonna time lapse it because I'm spending so much time trying to read the instructions, but I think we're just gonna keep going and give little updates. All right, so it's been, what, a day and a half, I think, but I basically have her in the home stretch. Some things on this shed is one, if you're not paying attention, you can double stack your panels, which I did that, and I kind of screwed myself because that side right there is missing and I just found it. But 2, obviously, because it's like really crappy tin and aluminum, it's gonna be kind of beat up and chewed up. But also this bracket that has the holes right here for here and for here lines up here but not here because it's too tall, so I had to go with a cutter and actually slice that. So I mean, it is, there's baby girl, she was helping me just now. It is kind of a shitty shed from Amazon, but it'll work. Of course, hold on, don't spill. So it's kind of one of those things. It is kind of just like a crappy shed, which I kind of knew that going into it, but for, you know, $350, I guess you can't really complain. Oh, thanks, honey. So I guess it's not that big of a deal, but we're almost done with it. I just got to do the roof, the door, the little trim pieces. Amity! Hi! But all that junk is, this is pretty much all going in it. All the toolboxes, the bigger things that we're not really needing right now are going to go all the way in the back of it. And then the rest of it is either detail or going to the front, like the toolboxes. So, and then we're going to have a spot for all that stuff too. Hi, baby. And once it's built, I'm actually going to rotate it so the door is here because I started building it wrong. But when it's like this without any support on the roof, super, super flimsy. So I'm going to, good job, baby. So I'm going to, once I get the roof on, rotate it. So then, I know, baby. So then I can actually screw it down to the platform. And the platform's kind of janky and shitty too, but it's just temporary. Hi, pumpkin. It's just temporary, so that's not too big of a deal because once we actually start building the shop and move it over, I'm gonna concrete it down, or I'm just gonna sink it into the ground. So we'll see what happens. I guess we'll show off the final product when it's done. What a process. Oh my God. I can't even describe how frustrating this shed was from Amazon. I don't know if it was like different parts and pieces from another shed or what. I have no idea. All what I know is that there's a lot of things that I'm not happy with. But on the bright side, and this is where it gets exciting, I still gotta rotate it, but it's done. It is done. We're gonna spin it around. I can actually move it around. It's not super heavy like I thought it would be, but it is done. Got the doors on, the roof on, which I'll describe that in a minute. But this is very, very dope in here. Kapow. It's 120 square feet of pleasure in there. Oh my goodness. And you can tell I didn't have the roof on and storms hit and wind and everything. But yeah, it is 100% done. Now it's time to start loading it. I have a lot of complaints about this shed. I don't even know who it was. I can't remember who. Oh, door closed. Who, like the company we ordered it from. Like I don't remember. I don't even remember looking at reviews. But there was a lot of things that were pretty janky with it. And some of it could have been done on me because it might not have been perfectly level or anything like that. But the roof seals, so like these screws, so there's the actual holes where everything's supposed to line up. I ended up doing tappers through there to get everything to bolt down, which is fine. It's not a big deal. It's like that on the whole of them though. So like none of them really lined up, which was frustrating. I did find the missing panel. I double paneled the side, which I feel like an idiot for doing that. But there was a lot of things that I wasn't a fan of. And this, thank God I stole trash, is one of them. So this is part of the aluminum that sits up here on top. So right there, it overhung like out to here. Like, I mean, it was a huge gap. I actually had to cut to make it work. And those stupid plastic covers, they had a weird lip, like it was supposed to have a lip over, but it didn't. And it just, like, it was like 5 to 6 inches too long on it, which was super frustrating. And everything started to kind of go smooth once I got those self-tappers, but that was a pain in the ass. I don't know if I would recommend this one to anybody. I'll figure out what it was, and maybe in the next video after we start working on other things or doing other things around here, I might kind of blast them a little bit. And I don't normally leave reviews for stuff, but yeah, everything was great up until like the roof part, and then just started to go to hell in a handbasket. And then panels were dented, like this was dented. Both that were the same, I think it was like the 9 or whatever, the 0.98, the 9A pieces, they were both dented, which is not a big deal. I don't really care about that. And you can kind of see it in the back how it dents down. And then there's like a gap. I'm gonna put silicone along the gap here once I get it all set up. But I mean, it was easy to put together. It was just frustrating like no tomorrow. And this, like, it's easy to read, but like the way that they describe things, like it has all the pieces and everything, and it shows you like, oh, this is how it goes, which is fine. That's great. It works out really well. But like, just like, I don't know, like the fasteners were really wonky. Like once everything got together, all of it got pretty strong, but like this was just super janky. And this was supposed to be like the last step you do. I ended up doing it very early before I even did the roof and stuff. I ended up doing this, jumping ahead to take care of it. I feel like I'm really tall for the shed, but I'm not once I get in it. And it was just super frustrating. But everything in the trailer, all that will fit in there with plenty of room to spare. This I'll just kind of haphazardly throw it in here, but if we do it right, everything's gonna fit. Then we have a bunch of stuff in the laundry room that'll fit. I mean, that was a nightmare. And like I said, I was gonna do like a time lapse, but I spent so much time trying to find pieces and parts and make it fit that it would have been like a 45-minute long video, like easily. Like it was terrible. Like this was god awful. Like, I mean, I think next time I do this, because it's not gonna be the only shed that we have on our property, but I think the next time I do this, I'm just gonna go get like a building permit for a wood one and do it that way, because that'll be a whole lot easier, I think. and can kind of do it a better way. But I mean, it works. It works great for what it is. I mean, everything is all buttoned up, and you could tell like that was all bent up there, so I kind of tightened it down as best as I could to do it. But I mean, it was a nightmare to do. Hi, baby. I'll do that in a second. It was a complete shit show trying to put it together, but it's up, it's ready to go. I'm gonna start unloading that. I'm gonna rotate, so the door is here, so we're just gonna go and rotate it, and I'm gonna screw it to that platform, and then we're gonna call it good. Oh, you can see the Redfoots over there hanging out. That's one big project to check off the list. I still got to work on the Ford, and I think it's a fuel pump issue, which I'll talk about that here in probably the next video. But yeah, it was, oh my god, it was a freaking nightmare to put this thing together. I'm glad it's together. We're done with it. I don't know if I'd recommend it to anybody. I was doing it by myself pretty much. I had Alex help me on a couple things, but yeah, it's a two-person job for sure, but it's up, and we've had some pretty good wins the last few days, and it's still standing, so that's a win in my book. But yeah, that was a nightmare to put together. I desperately hated all of it. I'm not even gonna lie, that was terrible, but at least this part's done, so now I can rotate it, screw it down, and then after that we'll load it up, and then hopefully here soon we can get Rhonda going so we can really start getting this detailing thing taken off, because I mean that was kind of the gist of wanting to really come down here. I'll probably have to redo the floor on that platform, which is fine. I bought the wrong wood, but it's whatever. But yeah, no, it's together, and we're partying with it. We're rocking with it. So I'm happy it's done. That's the most I could say. I'm happy it's done. I'm mad that I wanted to make it movable, but at the same time, kind of made sense because that's not a permanent spot for it. Because eventually we're gonna take that fence out and everything. But yeah, I don't know if I'd recommend this company to anybody. I'll probably find it and title the video what a nightmare this is. But yeah, this thing was a pain in the ass. I mean, it looks great. I mean, it looks fantastic. It really does. And you can tell we got a little bit of breeze going, and I mean, that thing's not wiggling at all. Once it's all bolted down and everything, it's gonna work out pretty good. But eventually that's gonna become like a tortoise shelter for like when it's colder out and stuff, because we'll put like a heater in it and stuff like that. But yeah, it's done. That was a nightmare to put together. It took a long time to do it because we've been doing stuff. Once I figured out that the roof wasn't going to line up, I kind of got discouraged and wanted to throw it away, but it's up. We're good to go. We're partying with it. We're going to move shit around so we can put stuff everywhere, but hope this was kind of helpful. I know I didn't show a lot of the building on it. I kind of showed more complaining than building, I think, but yeah, glad it's done. So hope you guys like the content. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will be seeing you guys on the next one. Peace.